Go ahead.
I don't really need it. Probably shouldn't be somewhere.
All right, as I got here. The day of our finance meeting is on. First item obviously is call our meeting to order. Take a roll, please.
Trustee Stevens?
Good morning, Cody. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Trustee Johnson?
Here.
Trustee Pandolfi? Here. Trustee Whitehouse?
Yes.
You have a quorum. Thank you.
I think we have now 4 members.
Yes.
Next item for consideration is the approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Do you need a second?
No.
It's really hard for me to hear you.
No, actually, we need, this is a committee, obviously the world can be here, but actually we need a member of the committee to second the.
Michael did. Michael did. Michelle did.
Michelle, okay, we, the move to second. Take the roll on that motion, please.
Sure. Trustee Stevens? Trustee Johnson?
Aye.
Trustee Pandolfi?
Aye.
Trustee Whitehouse?
Aye.
Trustee Stevens?
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Yeah, good.
It is very, very hard to hear you guys. I don't know where the microphone is in the room, but it is almost impossible to hear you for those of us on the phone.
Okay.
We can pick everything up and move it. The speaker's on or something.
Does this by any chance help? Is there another way we can
Reorientate.
increase volume here that you can hear by phone or online?
We'd have to reorientate the room to get closer to this, so.
Is that where it is?
Yeah, that's actually, well, it only has a cord, it's about 10 feet long.
There's a.
Is this gonna be a short thing, Bob?
Well, I hope so, although I have a couple of questions. On some
Didn't
legislation.
they-
Cody's
I don't know
laptop
if
is
you
only
wanna
about
stand by
2 feet
there,
long.
Can we?
Oh, I see.
Podium over here, your mark
That-
right there.
You have to shut this.
It's
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Hold on, Bob
That's a
said
great
we could
idea.
just come
Bob
stand
said-
over here.
That's what I'm saying, we can just have everybody come this direction, and we can,
No, we don't need to sit down.
Yeah.
No, guy.
sorry. Yeah.
This already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob's probably gonna do most of the talking, as long as he's here.
Does this help it on the phone and online? Does this help by any chance?
It's a little bit better.
All right, so we'll try to make this brief.
All right, so we have just approved the agenda. The next item is are the minutes from the April 17th meeting. Is there a motion to adopt the minutes from September the 17th, 2024?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. The minutes be approved. Would you call the roll, please?
Trustee Stevens? Trustee Stevens? Trustee Johnson?
Aye.
Trustee Pandolfi?
Aye.
Trustee Wyckoff?
Aye.
Okay, the motion carries. Just for a second, Ron, can you hear us at all?
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carried.
All right,
Yes.
now, next order of business then would be the fiscal 26 budget. Who's going to?
Okay,
Jeremy.
so, yeah, so we'll have Jeremy, just give us,
I'm sorry, I missed one. Yes, the monthly financials. Okay. Are there any questions on item 5.1, the monthly financial statements, monthly reports of May? Do we have a presentation? A brief or
Brief, yeah.
brief, if you would. Brief would be great.
Great. This first slide is our balance sheet. The cash and investments last year was 44.9 million. The cash and investments this year is 54.3 million. So we're improving on our cash position over time. Moving on to the next slide are the property taxes collected by county. The budget for the current fiscal year is year to date is 69.19 million. We've collected 71.23 million, which is about 102.9% more than budget. Moving on to the next slide is the general fund. The budgeted revenue for the general fund is 65.53 million. Actual revenues received are 67.83 million, or 2.3 million more. The payroll and benefits we're at 95% of our budget. The library materials is at 97% of our budget. Library programming is at 96% of our budget. And library operations are at 96 as well. So all told, we have spent 99.4% of our expenditure budget. So we're pretty much right on track where we thought we would be. Other than that, I don't have any comments unless anyone has any questions.
thank you, Jeremy.
I do have only on the assessment value because the Jackson County publication they made earlier and the actual values.
Rather do that on budget.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right. Any further, any additional questions on the May report? Oh, yeah. Okay, if not, then we'll go to item 6, which would be a discussion about the fiscal 26 budget.
Given that we just held the public hearing and covered the budget, we also covered it in May. I think I'll just throw it open to the committee for any questions that you all may have.
I just want to ask about Jackson County. And I know they gave us estimates of assessed valuation in March. And then they come out with and then they have come out with actual tax statements, which may be different from March. Do you know if that's the case or not?
The county has not provided any documentation to us. We won't receive anything until after July. We'll get a preliminary assessed valuation Board of Equalization hearings in July, and then we'll get the final in August for the September adoption.
Do we know if, they had this, I think the publication we were hearing earlier was from 23 forward. If your assessed valuation is more than 15% per year, there would be reductions in assessed value. Did that? I think that happened. I don't know. I'm just based on my tax statement, but so we don't know in the aggregate then what their billings were to the actual property owners in Jackson County versus their statement back in March. No. Okay. All right. Any other comments on, again, a continuation from May in effect, but the 2026 budget figures? Then, this is the budget committee. Do we move this forward to the, we've already voted on this as a body, as a board, haven't we?
No, the budget will be on your agenda next week.
Good. Okay.
Traditionally, the Finance and Audit Committee has given their either approval.
Oh, that's, all right. So is there a motion to adopt the budget figures, the budget itself for fiscal 2026?
So moved.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded that the budget for 2026 be moved to the full board for consideration. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
aye.
I think that's it. I think would be majority. Oh, let's do a roll call. Thank you.
Trustee Thevis,
Yes.
trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Trustee Pandolfi,
Aye.
trustee Whitehall.
Aye.
Okay, motion
There we
carries.
go. Motion has carried and will be considered by the full board at our next meeting. Other business, and I do have one other, but other business? All right, I do have a question and I don't know where we are. It's Cody. Oh, yeah. I guess on the stadium vote in Jefferson City in the legislature, there is an amendment on Senate Bill 3, which has to do with, actually, I've got your memo and I'm unclear of the memo. So what is that amendment in relation to calculation of 0 and 5% growth rates or something?
I'm not sure what I meant.
Okay, here is the bill page and perfected bill document. See page 21 through 30 for definitions of 5% county. For definitions on 5% counties. I don't know where Jackson County is, I guess, and I'm sure that,
We read the bill and we don't believe Jackson County's in there.
and Clay County.
Clay County is not in there as well. Platte County is in the 5% county definition.
All right, and so what does that mean if we're not in the bill, if Jackson and Clay County are not in this legislation?
Then that legislation does not apply to those two counties.
So however assessments have historically happened will continue to happen. Okay. Any other?
Well, for the 5% counties, it's my understanding that by April of 2026, they'll have to hold a countywide election. If the voters approve that election, then their assessments will be capped at 5%.
I see. Okay,
Sorry, their revenue will be capped at 5%.
all right. Any other comments on other business? If not, is there a motion to adjourn?
That was it.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. Now, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.